I'm Jelas Mingangbum and welcome to ISTV English News. First, top stories. Mizoram government collects revenue of about 20 crore rupees as tax from liquor within 8 months. Now the news in detail. The government of Mizoram has been able to collect a revenue of about 20 crore rupees as tax from liquor within the past 8 months. According to a report published in a newspaper based in Aizawl, Minister of State Excise and Narcotics R. Laljiria is quoted as saying in the Mizoram Legislative Assembly that since the Mizoram Liquor Prohibition and Control Act came into force from January 16th this year, the government has been able to collect the amount. The report further pointed out that at least 56,631 people have been given permit to sell liquor under the Act. Permit has also been granted for opening liquor shops at retail prices at 22 places in 5 districts of the state. The places where the retail outlets of liquor are opened include Darpui, Zarko, Chaumun, Ramlun Venglai, Katla and Amveng. The report added that the government of Mizoram has been able to collect revenue of more than 24 crore and 80 lakh only from issuing permits for sale of liquor from March this year onwards. At least 1,495 people have been booked for violating the rules under the Act. Meanwhile, in Manipur too, discussions had been held even in the State Assembly on allowing refining and distilling the local liquor and export it so that it could bring a lot of revenue to the state exchequer. Experts, economists, academicians, scholars, political leaders et al. Have also discussed the issue of allowing distilling and packaging the local liquor for export. However, various organizations working against liquor and drug abuse have openly objected to the idea of permitting brewing and distilling local liquor in Manipur, even if it is for export to other states and abroad on the ground that it would destroy the social fabrics. Chief Minister Okram Ibobi has conveyed his warm greetings to the people of Manipur on the occasion of Durga Puja. As the festival comes, let peace and prosperity prevail in the state, the Chief Minister wished the people. A number of taps installed in the ladies' and gents' toilets of Medicine Ward, Jenims Hospital had been stolen by unknown persons last night. Director of Jenims, Dr. Laishram Deven, has strongly condemned the stealing of the taps. While consistent efforts are being made to develop the hospital into a perfect hospital under the supervision of the Chief Minister, it is unfortunate that some anti-social elements have stolen the taps installed in the toilets of the hospital. He appealed to all concerned not to repeat such act of thievery. In order to make Chaoyaima Higher Secondary School an efficient and excellent school, KSA Chaoyaima Higher Secondary School unit has been formed. Sapam Rishikanta has been elected as President and Moirangthem Arun has been elected as the General Secretary, it is reported. It's now time for a short break.
I'm ready.
Deloro.
Editor ka late.
Some say huzik pudi perfectly straight ado kankhar kandadi freezy.
Relax. Perfectly straight.
Aina semi anoba sunsil perfectly straight with straight lock technology maramdi. Some kankraba matung daso align straight oina laina bagidamo.
Wow. Huzik su straight oirina.
Straight and gorgeous. Sunsilk perfect straight. Lock Tobio, rock Tobio.
A man along with the Tata truck that had been stolen from elsewhere was caught from a place in Yarupok areas yesterday. A team of police led by the SDPO of Yarupok Police Station, Sarangthem Hemanta, apprehended the man along with the stolen truck. Some parts of the truck that had been sold off were also recovered. The man who stole and brought the truck has been identified as Waikom Sokendro alias Ibungo, age 28, son of W. Sarat. The registration number of the stolen truck is MN04A5347. The owner of the truck is one Sapam Biken of Ningthemsa Kul Awanglekai. Now the national and international news. With NSC and K staying out of the national ceasefire agreement signed on Friday between Myanmar and 8 ethnic armed groups, India feels it is a matter of time before Myanmar army targets the outfit's headquarters in Taga in Myanmar Naga Hills. According to sources in the Indian intelligence establishment, the immunity that NSCN-K had enjoyed in Myanmar by virtue of its ceasefire agreement with Yangon has ended as NCA signed in Naypyidaw supersedes all previous ceasefire agreements. In fact, following NSCN-K's refusal to be part of the pact that requires all signatories to amalgamate their independent armed militias into a regular army, Myanmar troops have launched punitive operations against the outfit's facilities in Upper MNH. 2 major bases at Ponyu and Langting have been burnt down and a few weapons seized, driving out cadres to the forests and mountain hideouts. The next target could be another major establishment at Yangching and NSCN-K headquarters in Taga, a senior intelligence official told TOI. The official said NCA, for which India pushed hard from behind the scenes, was a win-win situation as it showcased India as a key player in establishing regional peace and helping its neighbors deal with ethnic conflicts. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar on Monday used Narendra Modi's "Na khaunga, na khane dunga" remark to hit out at him over spiraling price of pulses and also attacked him for not being bothered about drought situation in the country. Taking pot shots at Modi for his rallies in Bihar, he said, "It seems Patna has become capital of the country as well as BJP headquarters these days. With price of pulses touching rupees 200 a kg, a joke is doing around quoting the PM's comment, 'Na khaunga, na khane dunga.' Neither will I eat nor allow anybody to eat," Kumar told an election meeting at Punpun in Patna district in support of Minister Shyam Razak. After Bharatiya Janata Party President Amit Shah pulled up party leaders for making controversial statements over the Dadri lynching and Jammu and Kashmir beef ban, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley also reprimanded the party members for their actions. Jaitley maintained that the leaders should be careful about the statements they make, claiming that it is important that people involved be strongly criticized. Jaitley said, "Extremely disturbing trend that some people have been resorting to vandalism to register the points and views." However, hitting out at the Sena, Jaitley asserted that the BJP cadre had not indulged in vandalism like them. There has to be a proper and civilized way to discuss issues rather than resort to vandalism for registering opinion and views, he said. A Delhi court has held Uber driver Shiv Kumar guilty on all charges for raping a 25-year-old woman executive in his taxi in 2014. He has been convicted for offences of endangering a woman's life while raping her, abducting and criminally intimidating her. The quantum of punishment will be announced on October 23rd. The prosecution had said that the incident took place on the night of December 5, 2014, when the victim, a finance executive working in Gurgaon, was heading back to her house at Indalok. Shiv Kumar Yadav was arrested on December 7, 2014 from Mathura. Canada's Liberal leader Justin Trudeau, the son of a popular former Prime Minister, won Monday's general election in a landslide. Television networks projected a stunning defeat for Stephen Harper's Conservatives. Networks CBC and CTV projected the 43-year-old, who ran a combative campaign and offered up what he called a bold, new vision for the nation, would form a majority government with more than 170 of the 338 seats in the House of Commons. Public opinion had swung widely during the hard-fought campaign, one of the longest in the country's history, but final polling showed Mr. Trudeau's Liberals 8 points ahead of Mr. Harper's Tories, and each apparently borne out at the polls. Early results showed the Liberals swept all 32 seats in Canada's Atlantic provinces, doubling their popular support in the region, and scored well in key Ontario and Quebec provinces. Before we close the top stories once again, Mizoram government collects revenue of about 20 crore rupees as tax from liquor within 8 months. That's all for now, and keep watching ISTV News Update.